Arrogance is one of the ugliest things in the world. Do you know somebody who looks down on others and thinks that they're better than other people? It's a common thing in the world, but sadly, we can find it among church people as well. Too often, we're like that Pharisee in the parable that Jesus told who looked over at the tax collector and prayed, "Oh God, thank you. I'm not like other men, extortioners, unjust, adulterers, or even like that tax collector. I fast twice a week. I give tithes of all that I get." You see, that Pharisee had forgotten that he was a sinner too. Now, Apostle Paul addresses spiritual arrogance in Romans 11, particularly Gentile believers who are tempted to look down their noses arrogantly at Jewish non-believers. He basically says, don't be arrogant toward the Jewish non-believers. Remember that the root of your faith comes from Jewish people. Yes, some have been cut off from the promises of God because of their spiritual unbelief and their rejection of Jesus, but their heritage is your heritage in Christ. Furthermore, instead of being arrogant, he says you should fear God. If God cut them off for their unbelief, He could do the same thing to you for your unbelief. So let fear of God replace your arrogance, and let thanksgiving to God replace your arrogance as well. And that's applicable to any person you're tempted to look down on. You're not better. You're simply a person who has been saved by the grace of God. You have nothing to be arrogant about. If you want to boast, well, boast in the Lord. Change begins in you.
The Change Begins in You is brought to you in part by Piggly Wiggly of Collinsville, Patrick Allen Companies, Mitchell Tire and Wrecker in Collinsville, and Mowdy Cabinetry.